Hey, it's Steve McCready, and today I want to talk to you about ice cream. Now, when you go to a birthday party and there's cake and there's ice cream, what flavor's the ice cream? Like, always. It's vanilla, right? It's like always vanilla. So what's up with that? Because here's the thing. It's not my favorite flavor. It's probably not your favorite flavor. And I'm fairly comfortable guessing that because I've talked to a lot of people over the years about this, and very few have said to me that vanilla was their favorite flavor. And even when it is, it's always like something, specific, like it's like a certain brand of vanilla, or it's a like vanilla bean or French vanilla, right? Some subset of it. So what's the deal? Why vanilla when it's hardly anyone's favorite? Well, it also turns out it's hardly anyone's least favorite. Like, hardly anyone hates it, hardly anyone loves it. So it has this advantage of being kind of broadly acceptable, right? There's a reason we use the term vanilla in other contexts to describe things that are relatively neutral and innocuous and plain. So it works in that context because that way you can have ice cream at the party and know everyone will be okay with it. And it's not super exciting. Now, a lot of people take that approach to their business. They seek to appeal to as many people as possible, right? They want to make sure it works for everyone, everyone's their customer, what have you. And the problem is that it doesn't tend to work very well. And the place, though, where people get stuck is in the idea of shifting that. Like, what happens if you got a little bolder and you were to say, no, vanilla ice cream, not for me. Me, I'm a Rocky Road kind of person. I'm not, by the way. More of a mint chip guy, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so when we do this, our brains kind of get us in trouble here because our brains are focused on trying to keep us safe and protected. And when we start to take a position on something, when we start to take a stand, there's always going to be people who don't get it, don't agree, don't like it. And that means there's going to be some possibility of rejection, of judgment. And that's not something that any of us like, and our emotional brain really, really dislikes it. And so if we're not careful, that'll push us back into that safe zone, right? Oh, let's just go with the vanilla. But it is not a really good way, again, to build strong connections and to really create work that's resonant for you. So if you had the experience where maybe something that you're really interested in, and that is, you meet someone who also is into that thing, right, or connect with them, how you can get into these big, really extensive conversations about it, right? It's really exciting and energizing. Even with ice cream, right? If you find someone else who also likes mint chip, right? I could talk to them about what brands I like better, why this one brand annoys me because they use too much green food dye and it looks like it's, kind of someone stuck a highlighter in it, or any of those kinds of things. Or this one, the chips are too soft, this one, the chips are too small, right? You can get into these big, elaborate discussions. There's a connection and a resonance there. And if it's something that is a little bit unusual or different, then it's really important, because what happens is people get the sense of, oh, you get it. You get it. A lot of people don't, and you do. In a business context, that's really, really important, right? Because, everyone has things that they're struggling with, that they're challenged with. If you're a business owner, people are coming to you to solve a problem for them. And if you get the problem and you care about the problem and you really are willing to highlight that, that's going to stand out to people a lot more than we help everyone with everything, right? We specialize in everything. Well, that's not really a specialty at that point. Sorry. So it's scary because it means there are plenty of people who will come and see what we do and they'll say, not for me, not my thing. But how many customers or clients do you need to be able to be successful in your business? It's probably not a huge number unless you're a McDonald's. And so you don't actually have to appeal to everyone. You only have to appeal to a small number of people. But what you do need and want is to resonate strongly with them, to be a compelling choice. So they're like, oh, I gotta have that, right? So when I, go to the store and I find some variety of mint chip that I haven't seen before, and it doesn't have any artificial color in it, and looks like the chips are a good size, where they're nice and solid and have a good texture to them. They're not too big, they're not too small. There's just the right number of them where it balances the mint, right? It's like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna try that. And then once you find one you like, what do? You stick with it, right? Try these other ones, you stick with it. And so if you want to be able to really build strong connections with customers and have those be enduring connections, you're going to have to put yourself out there and stand out. And what I want to encourage you to do is be careful about focusing on what people won't like, or that you won't be a fit for everyone, but instead focus on the fact that this is how you make it clear to the people who are looking for someone like you who you are and what you do, because that's how you're going to stand out to them, and that is how you're going to build these really strong relationships and really have people you can serve powerfully. So that's all I've got for now. Leave me a note below and let me know what you think. If you want, you can share your favorite and least favorite flavors of ice cream as well. Still gathering survey data. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon, and until next time, keep moving forward.